So I've got our ungodly concoction.
Oh yeah, the production value of this show has skyrocketed.
Oh yeah, we got a slider, folks.
Yeah.
Well, so listen, in 1938, fishermen off the coast of South Africa caught a coelacanth. That was a fish that they thought had gone extinct in the Cretaceous period. And friends, we've got a coelacanth situation here today because I found a fish that everybody assumed is gone. And of course, I am talking about
Crunk Energy.
Yeah, take it all the way back to 2002.
What is the expiration date on this thing?
This is not the same thing.
Holy shit, dude.
What he sold was Crunk Juice.
Oh no, this is it.
Did they rebrand it?
This is it. I got the whole lowdown on the Crunk. From the windows to the wall, it did the work.
I kind of think this one might be good.
Oh yeah, I'm positive it's good.
I think this might actually be pretty good.
It's got actual
Mango
sugar in
peach.
it.
I don't know.
I like anything that says ashwagandha on it.
Oh, dude, did you see what else it's got in there?
White willow, ginseng.
You're gonna hit a funny one.
and skullcap.
Skullcap, and the one that's not on the
kind of mushroom.
It's a mushroom.
Yeah, it's a mushroom, and the one that's not on the can but is on the website, horny goatweed in there as well.
Okay.
This is a boner
now,
pill
I'm
drink.
telling you, this man is trying to kill me. I feel like at this point, you specifically save the most the things that are going to wreck a human body, specifically for when I'm here.
I'm such a glutton for abuse. I'm like, oh, this mango tastes so.
Don't get me wrong. For content, it's hilarious, and I'm
Right.
glad there
But
is
for our-
multiple episodes of this show out there with me having full physical and mental breakdowns.
Okay, and after we try this, we are going to call 1-877-WE-CRUNK. We absolutely are going to call that.
I think they just read the website to you,
Well,
probably.
Good. We gotta
we gotta
see what
find
it is.
out.
This is Denise from 1-877 We Crunk.
If it could
you
be
ever-
good, it could be good Patreon uncut content. We'll see.
Has anyone here ever called the Hall & Oates emergency hotline?
No
Emergency.
Is that a real hotline?
Really?
It's a real number. They created it. I want to say it was like 14, 15 years ago. It's still active. I have it in my phone. You call it up and it's like, you have reached the Hall & Oates emergency hotline. To hear Private Eyes, press 1. To hear You Make My Dreams Come True.
Oh,
press
that
2.
rules.
To hear Man Eater, press 3. And it's like there's like 4 or 5 options. Then you literally just hit the button and it just plays the song. And when it's done, it hangs up.
What a service.
So the man responsible for this, besides Lil Jon,
not Lil Jon?
his partner in this whole thing is
Big John.
Yeah, Big John. No, so back in the early 2000s, Lil Jon was on a tour that was sponsored by Grey Goose Vodka, and that's when he met the octogenarian liquor tycoon Sidney Frank, who looks like a cartoon fucking villain.
He's got like a riverboat gambler kind of voice, it seems.
Yeah, well, so he's from New York, so he's kind of got
he's got this kind of a voice.
Yeah.
How you doing? This is my my business associate and friend, Lil Jon.
Yes.
Tiny John over here.
Hey,
Look at him.
Wee John.
So together they decided to create an energy drink, and they launched Crunk 20 years ago, y'all, 2004.
Oh, yeah.
And,
This is an OG one.
Yeah. This is from a 2009 article in Bev Industry. Quote, and this is terrible. Crunk sponsors bands and DJs in the beginning stages of musicianship, although the sponsorships are not necessarily monetary.
The AI is showing on that. The beginning stages of musicianship.
Well, this is from 2009, so this is just a bad copywriter. But
You're developing the beginning stages of musicianship.
But the point is, they're not paying them.
They're just giving them free drinks.
They're giving them free Crunk and an opportunity to perform in front of a Crunk banner and free T-shirts to throw out at their shows.
Wow.
And the
Sounds like a good deal.
is it? It says
That's paying you an exposure.
Is it?
Yeah.
Rivers
totally.
says, is it the
this-
guy who's addicted to energy drinks?
This kind of-
is it worth it to get free energy drinks?
This kind of
You
makes
know
me
it is.
recall a story, if I may.
Yeah.
So there was this one time in Birmingham, there was this like punk show. We were all playing punk bands and stuff. And there was this show that Converse, the shoe company,
Sure.
wanted to put on this show that they were going to sponsor it.
to compete with Vans Warped Tour. That makes a lot of
Right.
I'm not even kidding. Like that makes sense to me.
Yeah. Converse Canvas Tour.
Converse Canvas. And like, so, But it was at this like little like bookstore where we used to play shows, and it was the lamest thing. Like they had these actors come in and be like, "Oh man, like being at the rock shows is so crazy. Like being at rock shows is crazy, and hanging out with my friends." And they were all like taking pictures like by certain little corners or whatever. And we all just started like we're holding down vomit the whole time.
Right.
So we all started, quote, mistakenly thanking combos for the show. And so we all someone went out to the store and bought tons of combos, and we were like handing out. He's like, "We want to thank combos. We love their pretzel flavors. We love ranch. We love pizza." I remember my friend put a bunch of combos on his drum and just smacked them, and they went fucking everywhere. It was a nice little.
Awesome.
Now at this moment, back then I was like, boy, I was cooler back in the previous life. Now I'm like, I would do anything for Converse or combos.
I would do anything for a free pair of shoes.
Whatever you need.
So they asked the Crunk CEO Tom Malky what the services they were providing by these non-monetary sponsorships, and he says, "quote, their band is on our website, and we connect them through Facebook." It's like, thanks, Tom. That's gonna definitely put gas in the tank to our next show. But yeah, so Sidney Frank, I mentioned
Connect them on Facebook.
Yes, they're gonna do that for you, so you don't have to go on Facebook.
And yeah, this is it. That's right after MySpace. If that were 1 to 2 years before,
yeah, it's 09 when he says this.
No, that's what I'm saying. If it was like 06, 07, that would be, and we connect them on MySpace.
Right.
Like that really goes to show you that 2008 was like the year that Facebook buried MySpace.
Yeah.
Because then after that, everything was on everything was visit our Facebook page.
Yeah, musicians were the last hangers on,
right,
to MySpace. Yeah.
Years.
Oh yeah.
So as far as Sidney Frank goes, the cartoonish, robber baron guy I just showed you, I mentioned Grey Goose. He started Grey Goose and sold that to Bacardi for $2 billion in June of 2004. Yes, they do. And before that, his company, Sidney Frank Importing, secured the exclusive importing rights to Jägermeister in 1973.
Wow.
So Sidney increased the obscure German liqueurs appeal by developing a special tap machine that brought the undrinkable black licorice flavor swill down to an icy 5 degrees. So he's the guy who invented the Jaeger machine. And Sidney's most revolutionary promotional tactic for Jaeger was hiring hundreds of women with tiggle bitties to fan out across the United States.
His words, not ours.
Dressed like sexy nurses, and they would shoot shots of Jaeger into the mouths of college dudes for $75 a night. He called them the Jaegerettes. And when 100
I don't like that name.
Well,
was the economy looking that good in 2008 where $75 a night is worth it?
No, this is in the 80s and 90s.
Oh, that was definitely worth it. Yeah.
So he acquired Jägermeister in 73. This is the late 80s, early 90s. And then 104 of the Jaegerettes eventually got the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission to sue him and his company, saying that they were never provided security.
I
So literally, they would just roll up at these
More
bars,
Jaeger!
straight
More
up,
Jaeger!
just literally being fed to fucking animals.
Oh, more Jaeger!
Yeah, so they all got fucking groped.
Will you
like-
be my girlfriend?
Every time you keep saying like 104 of them all got, I keep expecting you to be like, and 104 of them all got chlamydia, and they all got sepsis, like they all got some sort of awful fucking disease.
My daddy had a girlfriend and friend. I want a girlfriend too.
That is what we were talking about. Is like, and they like I said, they never had security. They said in one of the documents that I read that they rolled up at one place and were like, "Hey, you're here for the fucking wet t-shirt contest?" Like, no, I'm here to hand out liquor. And they're like, "Get in there!" And they felt pressured to strip essentially. Anyway, they all sued him, and the lawsuit also accused Sidney himself of offering female employees clothing, trips, and job opportunities in return for sexual favors. One woman described being groped in Sidney's limo, and then when she rejected him, getting left on the side of the fucking road. Another
Now, which road? 'Cause that actually
he's based out of fancy New York area,
so she's fine.
Yeah.
She's
somewhere in Manhattan, I guess.
Oh, she was fine.
What was she wearing? Which road?
Oh no! You got kicked out of a limo in the middle of New York City. How am I gonna get anywhere?
So another woman described a dinner party Sidney gave for employees in Georgetown, South Carolina. Sidney was dressed only in pajamas. She said that She tried to,
My bad.
quote, touch you, kiss you, and hug you.
He's like those girls that wear Cookie Monster pajamas to school. Like he's got that energy.
Oh, I think it's just like
girls raised by their grandmothers. You know what I'm talking about.
I think it's just feral fucking Hugh Hefner energy of an old crazy man.
You're my sexy little baby.
Straight up.
My sexy little baby, and the doors are locked.
Look at my Jaegerettes.
My Jaegerettes, my beautiful little Jaegerettes.
Look here, I sat in gum. Oh wait, it's my balls.
Put more of my delicious Jaeger into those, my thirsty boys. My thirsty boys want Jaeger.
My thirsty little boys.
My thirsty little piglets want Jaeger. Now take your top off. Take your top off.
Sydney does a
My
monster.
thirsty little piglet.
Give the piglets the Jaeger. Now take your top off. If you don't take your top off, I will drop you off on the corner here in Manhattan.
So Sidney and the company settled the lawsuit for $2.6 million, and then he denied all wrongdoing, saying it was ridiculous. He said of the claims.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah. When he was younger, Sidney played golf constantly with Donald Trump. The least surprising thing of all time.
Wow.
But I found this even funnier because as he got older and couldn't physically play anymore, he hired 4 hot young golf pros to whack balls for his amusement while he sat in the golf cart attached
You
to a
make them dress like a
defibrillator.
baby. You lock the doors.
Yeah.
This is how you build an empire.
Yeah.
You pump the pig.
Go.
Whack the ball for me. Wow.
I've talked to Sidney. He's a wonderful man. He knows everything there is to know about the alcohol business.
Crunk Energy is a great drink.
It's a great drink. They're great people who work at the Crunk Energy drink.
He would always watch them with the cigar clenched in his mouth. So he's literally hooked up to a defibrillator and just
I swear.
More evil. More evil.
Again, look at this man.
I need to ask you right now, at any point in this story, does Robert Durst come up at all? Because I feel like
The burping.
The burp.
have you seen part 2? Anything?
I haven't seen part 2
I
yet.
haven't seen it yet.
Him in every time he makes a call to somebody from prison, it's the funniest goddamn.
Yeah,
thing.
hi.
You're like,
Yeah, hi, Andrew.
It's,
Hi.
No. It's like this is a collect call from Bob.
Bob. Yeah, hi, Andrew. Hi.
Hi, it's Bob. Steven, it's Bob.
I just like a golf player that's also a cuck. It's just you can do it now better than me. He'll hit those balls.
Hey, can you make it hit the ball for me? Look at him go.
I taught Sidney everything he knows.
Unsurprisingly, Sidney Frank died of cardiac arrest 2 years after developing Crunk. His heart exploded 45,000 feet above the Central Valley on a private plane. He was 86 years old.
Well, at least he learned his lesson. It's like it doesn't sound like he learned shit.
Sidney Frank Importing Company was bought out by Jägermeister itself and changed its name to Mast Jägermeister US in 2015. Solvay Acquisitions, based out of Twinsburg, Ohio, acquired Crunk in 2017. And they announced at the time that Lil Jon would stay on as the chief brand advisor, but it's unclear as to whether or not he's still involved with the company. I legitimately cannot
When
figure
questioned
out.
about it, he replied,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, yeah.
I know Little John. He's a good guy.
So,
Okay.
In the grand tradition of this segment, it's like energy drink CEOs are always fucking evil, but in this case, like he looks the fucking part.
I mean, that's some Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Straight up.
They're mostly like losers with like fax machines in their car, but this guy is like
crypto bros usually.
Yeah.
This is an actual villain.
Yeah,
He's got
that's
a
super
medal.
villain. I was Rivers. The next thing out of my mouth was going to be he has a fucking like war generals. medal on
no
it.
shit.
That is just a thing he made for himself.
It's like the Jaeger logo.
Have my sexy babies fill my piglets with Jaeger.
Go forth, my tiggle bitty widdies.
Not tig enough. Not tig enough. Let me see the biddies. Not tig enough. Feed my piglets.
Unleash the biddies.
There are scores of piglets waiting for my delicious Jaeger juice.
Pigs love biddies.
Hey, doll, do me a favor. Can you take out the puppies, please?
I told Sidney, I said, you make sure the biddies are tigged. I've told him a million times out on the golf course.
I have a real love-hate with your Donald Trump impression. That's very fun. That's very
But
fun.
hopefully, after he's been put away, I'll be the 89th person in the world who does a Donald Trump impression.
Okay, so I have called the 1877 We Crunk number.
Oh, good.
Oh, nice.
There is some stuff instructing you to go to the website and stuff, but we do have the opportunity to leave a message for them.
Okay.
So
Oh.
here's my idea.
Okay.
Joe, you run a comedy show.
Oh,
what do
no.
comedy shows need?
No.
They need advertising.
I'm not doing
So
this.
you can call them, and I think right now we
He
can leave a
literally
message.
runs a podcast
He's
with a
fucking-
segment about energy
He's
drinks.
fucking
Right.
but they'll know that it's a fucking trick if we do it. If you do it and be like, yo, I'm fucking gay, it's June. My show, I run a comedy show, and if you don't sponsor me,
Have to do what I say.
Yeah.
Okay, I will say I hate prank calls. And like
okay.
I get too much anxiety about it.
Well, you're just leaving a
Like,
message.
I
No
can't-
one's.
I'm telling you, it will not work with me at the helm because my brain will be like, "Oh, what do you say? What are words?" Like I will.
And also on this show,
not.
despite infusing people with toxic beverages, we also respect people's boundaries.
I've never been. Like,
I'm totally
good
with
at
you on that.
doing is
Totally
like,
with you on that.
The prank message or the prank call or like, it's just I got.
Okay, Rivers will do it for you.
We'll advertise the goods from the woods and then be like,
This is General Biddies.
Yeah, yeah.
I am dead. Who said this?
I am dead.
I am dead now.
General Biddies.
General
I am
Biddies.
dead.
May they be big and may they pump my piglets with delicious juice.